In a fast-paced society, marred and driven by consumeristic and materialistic desires, negative effects arise and come to the picture. Humans tend to satisfy needs beyond the concept of basic, thus causing disasters that affect us, humans and nature alike. Issues arise from these desires, one of which is climate change. One significant association with climate change is global warming. Global warming has since affected our country in devastating fashion. Flash floods, deforestation, El Nino, livelihood and economic downfalls are rampant and prevalent in the present times. How long, how far, how deep should we go further in order to satisfy ourselves? Perhaps human desires are endless, limitless, and boundless. So, only one question remains. Are we ready? The Philippines, known for its positive economic fluctuation at an actual rate, is faced with a great task ahead, overcoming the effects of global warming.
For me, both.
The Philippines needs preservation more because we have been being highly industrialized and there is no absence of efforts for industrialization. So right now what we need more of is preservation.
Dahil sa industrialization, yung ayos ng economy. Pero sana, may mga lugar na pinapatupad lang yun, tapos may mga lugar na pinapreserve. Kaya nung sa parting Mindanao, kung saan nung mga lumad, diba, parang may mga mining doon. So parang para sa akin yung kailangan pagtuon ng pansin na hindi dapat i-industrialize, dapat i-preserve siya kasi sobrang ganda ng mga resources doon.
I do think that preservation is more important than industrialization because for one thing, while economic growth is very important in the country, our preservation could also be a factor for economic growth. For instance, the Philippines is considered as a biodiverse country, but at the same time, it is a hotspot. So what does that mean? While we have a very, very rich biodiversity, we are one of the leading countries that destroy this biodiversity. So as a result, besides ecological values, we lose our, for example, in the case of mangrove forests, it is our natural defense for hurricanes or anything. So a great example is Tacloban, which was once before very rich with these natural protections but was generally destroyed in Yolanda because those natural barriers were gone.
Actually, preservation is actually, sa Pilipinas kasi characterized siya as one of the biodiversity hotspots sa buong mundo. So pag malapit pang bansa kasi pag malapit siya sa equator, ibig sabihin mas mataas ang biodiversity level. Ibig sabihin mataas ang bilang ng plants, animals. Pero pag sinabing biodiversity hotspot, mataas na yung level ng plants, mataas pa yung level sa animals, mataas din ang level ng pagsira sa kanila. Tapos actually, sabi nila, biodiversity is the key for the economy. Like Costa Rica, when you properly use your biodiversity, you can properly use the natural potential of your country, leading to numerous or various environmental applications like antibiotic drugs and different scientific experiments that I think the Philippines is lacking compared to other countries.
First, let me try to answer the question on historical context and geography as well. If you're going to look at Philippine history, generally we are an agricultural country. Pre-colonial up until the colonial period, people live, strive, and develop with their lands. As I keep on saying, our culture is based on land. Landed culture tayo. No? So which means our way of life, means of living is greatly dependent on the use of land. The pre-colonial people use Sweden farming and kaingin system to secure foods. The Spanish periods used lands, confiscated lands, to make lands idle or barren, which made agriculture a deplorable state. The Americans used the lands, the use of lands, use of land. And the post-war period, the different administration focuses on land reforms and how to make or to use land or to maximize the use of land. So, on the idea of industrialization or preservation, I would like to look at it as as a country that is blessed with so many lands, flat areas, farmlands, water resources and land resources, I would like to look at it as to preserve rather than to industrialize. Alam mo yung naaalala ko sa amin sa probinsya sa Bulacan, sa aming sitio, meron kaming tinatawag na pasalamat. Pasalamat. Nangyayari yun tuwing November. Kasi pag November, harvest time yan eh. No? So doon sa aming sitio, yung pasalamat ay pasalamat sa isang masaganang ani. Naaalala ko nun yung mga tito ko, farmers kasi yung mga kamag-anak ko eh. Naaalala ko nun yung mga tito ko, pag November na at nag-aanihan na, paggabi, nag-aano sila, pinipig. Alam niyo yung pagkain na pinipig, yun yung ibinubusa yung palay, tapos ginagamitan ng malaking mortar and pestle, tapos yun yung tinatawag na pinipig. Yun ay isang kaugalian sa amin na pagkatapos mo magpipig, ipapamigay mo yun sa kapitbahay mo. Sa Baliwag, nung ginagawa ko yung dissertation ko, may nadiscover akong isang kaugalian ng mga tao. Ang tawag nila doon ay pumpong. Meaning lahat ng tumulong sa pag-aani ay binibigyan ng part ng ani. So tinatawag nila itong pumpong na alam ko gagawin nila itong isang festival na. So yun ay sumasalamin sa kasaganaan ng lupa. At kung iiwanan mo ito, marami kang tanong, anong mangyayari sa magsasaka? At sila ba ay capable na magtrabaho sa mga industrial zones? So hindi. At dapat mo rin isipin yung food security, no? So yun, it is more of preserving the agricultural lands rather than industrialization. Kung hindi naman para sa atin ang industrialization, bakit natin ipipilit? So akin, ganang sa akin, sa mahabang kasaysayan, hindi man lamang tayo nakapag so-called export ng palay, kahit na napakarami nating lupang sakahan, maraming patubig, at conducive ang weather natin sa pagsasaka. Bakit? We did not maximize the use of land. Alam mo, pag tinanggal mo ang lupa sa mga tao, tinatanggal mo ang kanyang kultura. So kung i-imaginein mo ang Pilipinas na karamihan na nito ay mga subdivisions and everything, saan mo ngayon pupulutin ang mga tao? Anong kakainin natin in 5 to 10 years from now? Bibili tayo? So we need to preserve.
In Rojas' term, he concentrated on increasing the production of sugar in the country, which led to proliferation of the country's sugar supply. Moreover, he implemented the Rice Share Tenancy Act of 1933. However, it was unsuccessful because of land tenure problems.
During Carino's term, he created the Agricultural Credit Cooperative Financing Administration, or ACFA, to give assistance to farmers in marketing their crops. Furthermore, he issued Executive Order No. 355, which replaced the NLSA with Land Settlement Development Corporation, LASEDECO, which takes over the responsibilities of the Agricultural Machinery Equipment Corporation and the Rice and Corn Production Administration. However, after the Korean War, his efforts to stabilize the economy failed due to economic distress. During Magsaysay's term, he enacted the Republic Act No. 1400, Land Reform Act of 1955, which was responsible for the obtainment and dispensation of large tenanted rice and corn lands to individuals. In addition to that, he constituted Republic Act No. 821, which provided small farmers loans with low interest rate. The Republic Act No. 1160 of 1954, which abolished LASEDECO prior to the creation of the National Resettlement and Rehabilitation Administration, NARA, and the Republic Act No. 1199, Agricultural Tenancy Act of 1954, which governed the relationship between landowners and tenant farmers. During Garcia's term, he exercised a Filipino First policy and practiced the austerity program that affirmed the need for complete economic freedom, and added that the government no longer would tolerate the dominance of foreign interests, especially Americans, in the national economy. During Macapagal's term, he implemented Republic Act No. 3844, which focuses to ordain the Agricultural Land Reform Code and to institute land reforms in the Philippines. Moreover, the Agricultural Landform Code of 1963, Republic Act No. 3844, provided legal rights in purchasing private farmlands. Also, the administration had conflict and feud to large businesses such as the Brothers of Lopez family, which continuously harms the environment and disrupts the economy.
During the time of President Fidel Ramos, we shifted to industrialization. The tagline was a newly industrialized country and a tiger cub economy, meaning we are on the industrialization. There were many lands converted into industrial sites or industrial zones, golf courses, subdivisions, among others, which left many of the farmers without lands to till, which later on, in the succeeding years, we started to develop the problem of food security because we do not have these lands. We have the farmers, but we do not have.
Currently, in Metro Manila, the air quality remains poor. The metropolis air quality has increased to 125 micrograms per normal cubic meter. Toxic air pollution possesses a great threat to children due to their smaller physical size and lung capacity. In the Philippines, 80% of air pollution is caused by 2 million cars only in Manila. Outdoor air pollution ranks in the top 10 killers on Earth. 80% of lung disease are caused by pollution from other cars, buses, trucks, and other vehicles. By the year 2050, it is estimated that 6 billion people will die per year due to the air pollution. Under the Marcos administration, the Presidential Decree Order No. 1151, also known as the Philippine Environmental Policy, was established. It aims to create, develop, maintain, and improve conditions under which man and nature can thrive in productive and enjoyable harmony with each other, fulfill the social, economic, and other requirements of present and future generations of Filipino, and to ensure the attainment of an environmental quality that is conducive to a life of dignity and well-being. During the term of Ferdinand Marcos Sr., he also signed the Presidential Decree No. 1121, initiating the establishment of the National Environmental Protection Council. It aims to rationalize the functions of government agencies charged with the environmental protection and with the enforcement of environment-related laws that are effective, coordinated, and integrated systems of the environmental protection. Research and implementation and enforcement of such laws shall be achieved. However, the presidential decrees seems to be ineffective as they fail to fulfill their purposes. The Filipino people suffered turmoil induced by perplexities branching out of various environmental problems. During Marcos' term, copious establishments, infrastructures, and landmarks were built, which serve as a gigantic contradictions to his aims of promoting environmental sustainability. For those institutions to be erected, a huge portion of the facets of our nature was sacrificed, leading to massive cases of clean air decline synonymous to the subtraction of our natural environment. There are 10 major infrastructures built during his regime, causing the decrease in our natural habitat. During Cory Aquino's prime, she declared the Proclamation No. 237, series of 1988, declaring the month of June every year as the Philippine Environment Month. However, no concrete actions are still being undertaken in order to resolve the problems of our flora and fauna. It has been 22 years and the celebration has been justified insufficient in promoting awareness to every native about the serious degradation of the natural environment. She did not focus much on solving environmental problems, which is one primary causal factor why our environmental state is as it is today. In Benigno S. Aquino's presidency, pinasimulaan ang mga polisiyang may kinalaman sa kalikasan upang mabawasan ang impact ng climate change at i-improve ang paghahanda sa mga sakuna at mapareserba ang biodiversity at nalalabing gubat sa bansa. At panghuli, ang masiguro ang sapat na supply ng pagkain sa bansa. Binanggit nga ni dating Pangulong Diosdado Macapagal sa isang artikulong isinulat niya bago mamatay na ang mga interes ng Estados Unidos ang naging mahalagang salik sa mga eleksyong magmula noong taong 1935 kung saan unang itinatag ang pamahalaang Commonwealth. Environmental degradation in third world countries has increased dramatically over the decades. Ipinapakita na hindi naging epektibo ang mga polisiyang ipinatupad ng mga nakaraang administrasyon sapagkat hindi totoong natatamo ang industrialisasyon dahil ang Pilipinas bilang isang neoliberal na kolonyal na mga imperialistang bansa, partikular na Estados Unidos, ay lumabas lamang na isang pre-industrialized na bansa sapagkat puro raw materials lamang ang kanyang ilikha ng mga kumpanyang lokal na hindi kaya makipagsabayan sa mga banyagang korporasyon na tunay na nakikinabang sa yamang likas ng ating bansa. 1991, Kuznets Curve, naging standard sa economic policies kung ating susundan ang ipinapakita sa Kuznets Curve na nagpapakita ng inverted U-shape na correlation ng environmental degradation at economic development na bago tayo tumungo sa pagiging industrialisadong bansa ay nangangailangang handa ang bansa natin sa maaaring maranasan nitong environmental degradation. The environment factors affecting the Philippines are deforestation, air and water pollution, soil erosion, improper disposal of waste, loss of coral reefs, and overfishing. Sa deforestation naman, marerelate natin ito sa kapitalismo sapagkat ginagamit ang mga lupang ito upang makapagtayo ng mga pribadong establishmento at mga korporasyon upang magamit ng mga elite o mayayaman.
Dito po tayo ngayon sa La Mesa Eco Park. Ito po ay isang sanctuary na tumutulong sa pagpapaganda at pagpapanatili ng kagandahan ng ating kalikasan.
Ang pangalan ko, Mel Garcia. 36 na taon ako nagtrabaho dito. Hindi pa private ito nung bali semi-government nung nawasan.
Yung itsura po ng Eco Park, mas maganda po ba dati o ngayon po?
Mas maganda ngayon kasi nag-donate yung mga senador. Ito kay Senador Trilon, yung Orchidarium. Kanya-kanya yung donation nila. Pagkatapos nagdagdag ng empleyado para maalagaan yung mga alam. Kung hindi ganon, walang tao, kukunti ang tao nang nawasan ng araw.
Ngayon po, mas madami na po.
Oo, mas marami na ngayon. Kasi private na. Ang kwan namin, kami pa ang nagbutas ng binutas namin yung bundok ng North Sagaray para magkaroon ng tubig dito. Bali, deposito lang namin itong tubig dito sa dam. Lamay sa dam. Tapos yung alat dam, binutas din namin.
Para po magkatubig.
Para magkatubig dito. Ngayon, yung iba naman binutas doon, papuntang Nakar, Quezon. Pagpunta naman ng Ipo Dam, yung sobra, pupunta naman dito sa dam dito. Kaya ito, hindi tayo sufficiente yung tubig natin na na dumadaloy dito patungong Maynila. At saka karatig po ng Maynila.
Ano masasabi niyo parang, masasabi niyo po ngayon sa state po natin ng environment po natin?
So ngayon, sabi ko siguro na hindi maganda. Kasi
napapabayaan kasi yung ecosystem natin. So parang as a student, parang na makita yung nature na parang ang dami ng kahoy, nakakain ng system para lang sa mga nasisira yung nature niya.
Tsaka isa pa, sa mga ganitong park na lang tayo na maraming trees. Kasi sa provinces na lang, pero within Metro Manila, so ito, kaya namin sila dinulog para ma-appreciate yung within Metro Manila na nakita nyo din yung sasakyan, at least may alam nila na mayroon pang naka-reserve para sa
Berhelio Valle.
Ilang taon na po kayo? Ilang taon na po kayo nagtatrabaho po dito?
10 years.
10 years na po. So, ano po, sa tingin niyo po ba, yung park po, mas maganda po siya dati o mas maganda po ngayon?
Ang ganun pa rin yung sa una at ngayon.
Parang pareho lang po. Sa tingin niyo po ba na yung mga bumibisita po ba dito, hindi po ba nila nasisira yung mga ano po dito, mga halaman po tsaka puno?
Hindi naman dahil inaanuhan ng mga tour namin na bawal magsira ng halaman, pumitas ng mga bulaklak. Yan lang ang ano dito sa ito. Bawal magkalat. Yan lang inaano ng park natin dahil kailangan ang natin pasyalan ng mga tao, maraming tao. Kakano naman kung maraming kalat. Kaya naano namin sa mga agis namin na bago sila umalis, maglinis muna sila sa kanilang mga kalat.
Thank you po. Salamat po.
Gusto ko lang sana kayo i-invite kasi merong projects ang Central Student Council that will promote the environment. Yung una is yung Tiger Oasis, which is an environmental symposium na nangyari na. Gusto kasi namin, hindi lang student leaders yung umattend sa mga ganong events, kundi tayo din, normal students, pwede naman tayo umattend doon. And at the same time, we can learn things na makakapag-raise ng awareness natin and care for the environment. Tapos, meron din kaming mga susunod pa na events next semester, which is katulad ng paper rebound. Ang mangyayari is magkakaroon ng cabinet sa strategic location sa UST na kung saan pwede kayong maglagay or pwede kayong kumuha ng recycled paper. So, hinihiling ko din sana na I'm not speaking as a council officer, pero as a person or as a human being na nakatira dito sa Earth. Sana gawin natin yung part natin na alagaan yung Earth kasi isa lang to. Hindi naman parang kapag naubos na yung natural resources dito sa Earth or kapag hindi na natin kinakaya yung pag-change ng climate dito, lilipat na tayo kagad sa ibang planeta, which is very impossible as of the moment. So, sana sa simple acts, kahit lang sa pagtapon ng basura sa tamang lugar, sana nagagawa natin. And at the same time, nakaka-inspire din tayo ng ibang tao kasi parang ano lang yan, parang ripple effect lang yan. Na parang kapag nakita ng ibang tao na ganito yung ginagawa niya for the environment, na you care for the environment, baka ma-inspire din sila na gayahin kayo. And eventually, magsusunod-sunod din, may chain reaction din or ripple effect na mangyayari. So ayun, thank you for giving me a chance para mabigay yung sentiments ko about global warming or climate change. Thank you.
Back sa industrialisasyon, pahalagahan muna natin ang meron tayo, Pilipino.
Yung ngayon.
Wala ka bang napapansin sa iyong mga kapaligiran? Kay dumi na ng hangin, pati na ang mga ilog natin. Hindi na masamang pag-unlad at malayo-layo na rin ang ating narating. Ngunit masdan mo ang tubig sa dagat, dati kulay asul, ngayon'y